I'm not sure where we're going, whether we become partners, lovers, or best friends. I've loved having you by my side to help navigate this highway of life, and it feels right. And then OLANDRIA, she started my partner, everyone. Shout out OLANDRIA.
Journey.
Whoa. Oh, shit. They call me Big Belgian for a reason.
Oh.
Wow.
Yo.
Big Belgian.
Yes, it was worth the wait.
It was worth the wait.
Nice.
Yeah, it was worth the wait.
Nice.
I call you like my best girlfriend here. Just taking my love plant and trying to see what it does on the outside.
Continue to water that plant outside of this place, you know?
Keep on pacing it like we are now.
You got this, Nick. I've seen you in action. You're good. I got your back.
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good.
You know I got your back. I don't mind.
Me and you, we're kind of like a power duo.
Exactly.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel once again. I'm Danny, and yes, we're talking about Nick and OLANDRIA again. At this point, guys, I think we all need to just accept it. We're not leaving this ship. Let's get our snacks, let's grab a blanket, because we're sailing with Nick and OLANDRIA for life. There's no touching grass anymore. Summer is over. Summer is over, guys. Winter's coming and we're still here. It's October. We're still here. We've got Halloween coming up, Thanksgiving's coming up, Christmas coming up, New Year's coming up. We have a lot to look forward to on this ship, so let's just get comfortable. All right, we are not going anywhere. So today I want to talk about these two such wholesome individuals, Nick and OLANDRIA, guys. Their undeniable power couple aura, and just how they are so equally yoked, right? So let's start off with October 6th. The Nick OLANDRIA Nation, we have been counting down the day to October 6th, especially after riding on the high from Olafest / Greek Fest. We were hyped, so hyped going into Monday for the Sweet Green Deal launch with the Ranchy Baddie Bowl. And the Sweet Green absolutely delivered. They played on the whole cowboy ranch aesthetic, but made it in LA, the city, you know, and it's linking back to Nick's first campaign with them, now with OLANDRIA included. The styling, immaculate, and you could also feel their chemistry just jumping off of the photos, right? Everything 10 out of 10. Sweet Green, no notes. What's really cool about Nick and OLANDRIA's brand deals and the brands that they've aligned with is that, you know, we've got Agua de Kefir, Sweet Green, DoorDash, all brands I can actually use and support them, you know, on a day-to-day basis. And I'm planning to, you know, DoorDash my Ranchy Baddie Bowl and some Agua, since there's no Trader Joe's, no Targets or Sprouts near me. So I'll be supporting them 3 different ways, which is amazing. Here's where it also gets fun. Häagen-Dazs showed up in Sharon's comments on TikTok, right? And I also saw them over I think they were on Sweet Green's comments on IG as well, saying that they're taking notes. And immediately Nick OLANDRIANS jumped on it, because let's face it, guys, we need a dessert at this point. You know, people are already suggesting names, calling it come on ice cream, playing on the line that OLANDRIA said, come on cream, in that moment when she kissed Nick on the first episode of the show.
Come on, cream. Oh, yeah. Come on, cream. Oh, yeah.
How perfect would that be? So we would literally have a complete meal. Häagen-Dazs jumped on board. I can picture it, you know, some vanilla chocolate swirl with some chunks of Belgian chocolate inside. You know what I mean? I think something needs to be added. Where, you know, like a dash of Olandria. I can't quite put my finger on what that would be yet. Maybe I don't think we've heard Olandria talk about, like, I know she loves soul food, but like when it comes to desserts and whatnot, like, what would she like? I think whatever that is should be a part of the ice cream flavor as well. So what do you guys think about that idea? Let me know down in the comments. I love how intentional Olandria and NIC both are with the brands they've aligned with, and it also just speaks to, you know, who they are as well, and that they're careful about people who they work with, and you know, just building their brand for the future. Now, October 6th wasn't just about Sweet Green. Both NIC and Olandria had speaking engagements on the same day. NIC was on a panel with Jeremiah having a discussion with the head of sales for Snapchat in the Americas, which is a huge deal. Meanwhile, Olandria later on in the day was a guest on the Butterfly Tour with HERCAMPUS, an organization created by women for women in college. And let me just say, guys, they both killed it. They killed it. It was beautiful getting to see more of who they really are. We learned so much more about Olandria, and her story is genuinely amazing. Major kudos to their parents. Miss Felicia, big ups. Big up Miss Felicia. Big up Miss Felicia. Oh my God. She made sure Olandria was, you know, well grounded, eyes on the prize, baby. And Mr. and Mrs. Van Steenberg got NIC together, right? NIC and Ella. NIC and Olandria, they had different upbringings, but their parents led with similar values. And I think that's where NIC and Olandria really connect, right? And you know, that's a great foundation for them to build their relationships on. They have shared values. Olandria shared how her mom made her work in a plant so she could experience firsthand what life would be like if she didn't go to college and focus on getting her degree, and that pushed her to set herself up for a better life. And look at her now, right? We heard about how she hustled to pay for her tuition, how she sought help nonstop just to stay in school. And for so many young people, and honestly older people too, hearing her story was inspiring. Women in the comments were saying it gave them, you know, that extra push, and that they needed to keep going and not to give up even when quitting feels easier, right? This is what I love about Olandria, you know, her drive, her dedication to her own success, and how she centers herself in her own life while still being selfless and caring for others. So it was just a nice reminder, you know, a nice reminder to, you know, we can be selfish a little and center ourselves and make sure that we're good before we take care of everybody else. And she reminds us of that. And also, like, I think her experience on Love Island has also like made her realize that she even needs to center herself even more and not be so much focused on pleasing everybody around her, right? Her younger siblings, her friends all love her, and they are in her corner. They want to see her win without dimming her light. And it's important for us to have people in our lives that want to see us win as well. You know, we support them in what they're doing, they support us in what we're doing, and we're not competing for the same light, for the same things, you know what I mean? And even so, we both can win, right? We both can win, and God blesses each and every one of us at different points in our lives. And today for me, tomorrow for you. It doesn't mean that I have to tear you down or try to hold you back, and vice versa. You know what I mean? So seeing her and hearing her talk about the people that, you know, what they've done for her, her friends, making sure that her email was set up for brands to reach out and they were responding to the brand, you know, for on her behalf. And all she had to do was hand over that email address with all the thousands and thousands of brands who reached out to her, right, to her management team, and they just got to working immediately. That was amazing. So that speaks to the kind of woman that Olandria is. And as I said before, it reminds us of the kind of people we should strive to be and the kind of people we should strive to have around us. So yeah. And we see something similar with Nick as well. His sister Ella did a TikTok talking about their strict upbringing. Papa Belgian, he does not play, y'all. They had to be reading books, doing sports, getting good grades. His parents made sure that he was well-rounded.
I wanted to make one of those videos where I say like rules my parents had for my brother and I as kids, because I love these. So 1, we weren't allowed to hang out with other kids or watch TV on weekdays except for Friday. That was for reading and for schoolwork. And I think that lasted until like middle school. Next, my dad was really big on having family breakfast together. So he made it a rule that my brother and I would race against the clock. So whoever got downstairs first would win nothing, but it got super competitive. Next, we would have donuts for breakfast every Sunday, but when we lived in Miami or would visit Miami, we would have to order them in Spanish or we weren't getting donuts. If I asked my dad to like hang out, like go to the movies with my friend or something, he'd be like, yeah, you can, but like you have to run 2 miles first. That was like a thing. It was like we always had to be in a sport or like doing some type of physical activity. If we did something that was our fault and cost money, we would have to pay my parents in like monthly installments, which is another thing. We were always expected to have a job since like 16. We would also get like paid for our A's, but then we'd get money subtracted for our B's. And if you were to see, like, you're not getting shit.
His friend group is also fantastic as well. They're wild, they're free, but their heads are screwed on. They've all embarked on some kind of business venture, and it's amazing watching them working together. Nick has become the kind of glue and kind of a catalyst to helping everyone level up. You know, his friends Max and Quan started Greek Fest, and I think his friend, is it Ethan? I'm trying to remember Ethan. If it's Ethan who has SIP, which is kind of an app that lets people know what's happening in the area, where the party's at, and it connects people to different locations. Yes, it's Ethan. There are 2 Ethans in the group. So Ethan K with a K, he owns a Sip Skip. I think he's a co-owner. He's partnered with somebody else. I don't remember which one of them. I think Henry does his edits. Alex is the photographer. Xavier, he's the camera guy. And Jake owns some yacht kind of company. Yeah, and then Nick is now like the celebrity who everyone is kind of just eating off of right now. Like their business are taking off with Nick at the center of it all, right? So it's amazing. It's amazing to see. It's like they have had the infrastructure in place, and here comes Nick off of Love Island, and boom. So that's incredible. And then we get to see Nick at the Snapchat speaking engagement with Jeremiah, and his ability to just command a room is incredible. I mean, we get to see bits and pieces, but like him sitting down on a panel in front of an audience is kind of a different thing. And also how he just kind of took control of the interview, because the host, she didn't seem really prepared, or like she knows nothing about Love Island, because you know she's in her corporate world, business world, and it's probably not even focused on that. But you know, Nick, yeah, he kind of took control, and he's charismatic, he's intelligent, he makes people feel comfortable, and he can have conversation with just about anyone. And honestly, I think he'd make a great talk show host. The same day he dropped a YouTube video, kind of a self-interview where he talked about his travels and how they shaped his worldview and his appreciation for what he has and the kind of person that he's become. He even commented on a post saying that he would do a talk show. It's something that he would like to do, and I think he should keep that self-interview format kind of, because I think it's so on brand for Nick, this kind of organized chaos where people, you know, oftentimes we see Nick and he shows up and he's not prepared. Jeremiah brought Nick's outfit for him, right? He didn't even have an outfit prepared for this interview. He just showed up and somehow everything works out. That's Nick. I think that's on brand for him. And how he does his food reviews on Nick Van's Food on Instagram, he said he loves that kind of chaotic environment, because people wanted him to have describe the flavors and the texture of the food, and somehow for some reason he just never got into all of that, and we still enjoy it, the chaos of it all. And I think it's more about his lore and his you know, character in those videos. We just find him funny. He's unintentionally funny a lot of the times with his wit, his quick comebacks. He's just always seems to be like kind of on the ball, right? And so I think he can keep that format for his talk show. I don't want him to you know, get like a corporation behind him, because when those corporations come in, they want to switch things up and make things, you know, have what you call it, focus groups, and what it should be, what it shouldn't be, and whatnot. And that's just gonna mess with Nick organically, how he is. You know, he's not a structured type of person, especially when it comes on to like dealing with social media. The raw, chaotic nature of it all, that's what we enjoy about Nick. And so if he does a talk show, I think he should keep that kind of format, you know, sit outside in the yard, or in some, if you're inside, if it's raining or whatever, you know, just a very chill environment. You know how they film The Office, where the cameras keep on moving, you see the cameras moving to the different characters right in the scene, and it's kind of like you're kind of in the scene with them as well. I think that kind of format, sitting on lawn chairs, just having casual chat and discussion and laughing and just being like regular people, that's Nick. That would be in brand, and I'd love to see that. I would tune into that all the time. All right, now let's talk about what else happened on Monday, right? Nick called Olandria his partner.
Then Olandria, my partner, everybody. Shout out Olandria. She posted on Snapchat as well for lupus. You know, I think they had raised $33,000 within a day. So.
And immediately after we got all excited about yet another confirmation, people started dissecting what the word partner implies. Like, come on, y'all. I feel like until they both make some kind of joint announcement, we're going to continue to get giddy and buzzy every time Nick calls Olandria his partner or his girlfriend. To me, the word partner signifies things are really serious between them, right? Nick said in an interview that he's focused on their love, their business, and their relationship. They are locked in. The way Nick constantly talks about her, he finds every and any opportunity to bring up Olandria's name in every space. His friends treat her like a queen, because they see Nick treating her like a queen. And they're both hinting at getting a house, guys. I mean, listen to this.
Are you looking for a house or an apartment? I'm looking for a house. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. Los Angeles. I don't know. I just don't know about that place, y'all.
But I kind of just want to set my own stuff up for success and my kids that come after me. So having my own brand, my own business, and honestly, I'm looking forward to owning my own home someday. I know that might be a little small.
Hey, hold on. Are you staying in Houston? What's that? Maybe it's a tea from them.
With my manager yesterday. No way. So coming soon. She's such a great start. I cannot imagine where I will be a year from now. And I got very high hopes for the new year.
So I wonder if they're planning on getting a house together, because listen, Nick has been hinting at wanting to settle down. Olandria said in an interview that she talks to Nick about getting married and getting a family one day, and we all know Nick is ready for kids, right? So yeah, listen to Olandria in this clip.
Hair and broad shoulders.
And you know what? She scored the highest in her kindergarten grade level. She works really hard. She's super smart. We're so proud of her.
I'm so proud of her.
Thank you. I will.
Do you have your phone?
Yeah, let's show a picture. Oh yeah. Yeah, these are our kids.
Oh my gosh, she's so sweet.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness, this is so sweet. I'm gonna put some on our refrigerator.
So did you catch it? She said she's going to put the picture on our refrigerator. What do y'all have up your sleeves, Nick and Ola? So guys, we've got lots to look forward to as Nicolandrians. Can I just say that this is my first time in a fandom and I'm having a ball. What was life before Nick and Ola? Like, what was it like? Amidst everything that's happening in the world right now, I think they just bring us so much joy and there's something to unite on. Most of us are good people. We love, and I'm happy we are all committed to seeing Olandria and Nick win, because we see that they're good people and good people deserve good things. You know how we say Olandria is blessed and highly favored. After the butterfly tour, we realized that she's been blessed and highly favored long before Love Island. She's covered, they're covered, and we made the right people famous. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please share, please subscribe, please like, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.